Yo, what's up guys? It is the one, the only Zydash here, and we're back at it again with another thumbnail tutorial. Now I know you guys have been waiting a very long time for the next one, and I just have to say that I could not really record that much because school started, and you guys know the rest. I don't need to go over the cliches. So the only thing I could really do was stream, which I did. So you guys know the idea. Leave a like if you're excited for more thumbnail tutorials, and subscribe if you just happen to stop by this video and you like Pizza Hut. By the way, we're doing Pizza Hut this time. Let me know if you're subscribed to the Pizza Hut by subscribing right now, commenting down any suggestions you have for future videos and tutorials. Let's continue pushing forward. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. If you guys want to help us get closer to 1,000 subscribers even sooner, share the video, guys. Share the video around with any friends that you have. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. So today we're doing Pizza Hut, and we're just gonna go over his thumbnails, stuff like that. So I'm gonna base it mostly off this thumbnail. I know maybe a little bit of this and other things, but it was pretty hard to figure out how to find his style, because whenever he does an SMP on his channel, whenever he does a series, that's like the thing that takes over his entire channel. So I couldn't and any other video would just have his face in it, and of course it's gonna be complicated because I don't think any of you guys have a green screen. Well, some of you might. To make it easier for everyone, I just gotta make it in a way that appeals to both groups. He likes to use a white font with a black stroke. Nothing special about that, and everything else is just it, you know, the arrow things, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So first of all, of course, we're gonna get our screenshots, and we're not going to need the custom NPCs mod. I'm trying to figure out ways to make thumbnails without having to go through all the trouble of, you know, posing NPCs. So we're gonna open up Minecraft, which I have done already. We're gonna go in single player, just so random world that I just decided to name Jeff, because why not? So we're currently in F5, and I'm using the lively default texture pack for this, so that because he uses some sort of lively texture pack to bring out the color of things. So color things. So I set my render distance down to like 6 so that we cannot see the ground. We are high up in the air, by the way, so everywhere is the same color, so it's gonna be easier to, you know, use the magic wand tool. So make sure you have Optifine installed as well, so you can Optifine zoom like this, because we're gonna need it. So we're just gonna shift in midair, so that's easier to crop out. So to do that, stay in the same place, just hold space and hold the shift button so that you crouch in there. Just a little hack if you guys want to know. I'm gonna Optifine zoom, and once you get the right pose, you're going to hold it there, and after you do that, you're going to take your hand off your mouse and hit F2. Just want to make sure that you see some of the chest, otherwise it looks weird. Just like that. Now I'm going to hit F2. So many buttons you gotta press. Always, so make sure that it took the screenshot by looking over here. You guys know that. And one more screenshot that we're gonna take is of our armor inventory, because this guy, the man, loves, you know, showing off his armor inventory or his chest, like putting so many diamonds in the chest stuff, and lots of YouTubers do that, so it shouldn't be a surprise to you. We're gonna go into game mode 0, and we're just gonna take a screenshot. We're gonna look at the sky actually to make this easier for us, and just move our mouse this way, so it makes it look like our player is looking at the armor. And once we do that, we're going to hit F2 again. That should take a screenshot of the armor or your actual inventory. You know, just for fun, we could actually, like, I don't know, do something like, wait, I gotta go into game mode 1. Like, put a whole bunch of diamonds in your inventory, like diamond blocks, which I was using for a thumbnail. You know, something like that if you guys want, but you know, I'm not gonna do that because yeah, I don't have to go over everything because you guys can do as you please. Like, it's not limited to exactly how the YouTuber does it, so you guys are free to customize it whatever way. Once you do that, hit escape, click save, and quit the title, and you can quit Minecraft if you want. So now that we got our screenshots, we can open up Photoshop, which I have done already. So we're gonna go to file in the top right, you can't miss it, click new, and we're just gonna name this tutorial. I believe this is the 9th, so we're almost at 10. With 1920, height 1080. I have a preset set to thumbnail, so all I gotta do is click that and set it. Of course, you guys can set it 1280 by 720 to make the file size smaller, but I just use this so that there's more pixels. So after we do that, we're gonna hit OK, and we're gonna first of all place in our nice. Oh snap. Oops, I did not mean to click that. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna click place embed, and we're gonna put in our sky background. Right, now once you got it, just drag it to one corner, hold shift, drag it to the other corner so that it fills up the whole screen. But Zydash, we're tired of the sky background. Give us something else. Again, yeah, you guys can customize it to any way you want. The only reason I'm using the sky background is because Pete uses it in his thumbnails too. Like, so many freaking people use the sky background for the Life We Faithful. And it's just so crazy. Like, so many of them, you guys don't understand. So I'm sorry if it gets a little repetitive. I'm just doing it, trying to make it as similar as the YouTuber does it in his own thumbnails. Next thing we're gonna do is find the 2 screenshots that we got from just now. So go into your screenshots for your Minecraft and scroll all the way down. We're gonna put this one first of our F5 screenshot. File, place them better once again, and scroll all the way down and double click the second one of our inventory. Hit enter to place both of the images, and we're gonna click one, hold shift, and click the other one. Right click either one and click rasterize layers. That way we can edit the layers or the pictures however we want, because you're gonna get a pop-up if you try to do it without doing it. So once we do that, we're going to make the first layer invisible by clicking the eye. You can't miss it. And then we're just gonna start off by going to the magic wand tool, which is right here. It looks like a wand with sparkles on it. 4th tool from the top, we're just gonna click here, and we're gonna click delete. Simple as that. So once we do that, we can click outside anywhere to deselect it. We're gonna go to the first tool called the move tool, and we're just gonna move our nice cutout, which looks pretty sharp, over here. And then what we're gonna do after that is hit Control T, Shift, then just make it large, make it real large. Good thing about Minecraft is that since it's straight up pixels, you could like make something like 10 times larger than this, and it still maintains a good percentage of the quality. So we can always resize this. You guys know this. We can adjust it to however we want later on. So we're just gonna do that later. So now we can make this layer visible. So do that by clicking the dark box where the eyeball used to be, and should reappear. So first of all, we're gonna do a couple of things. First, we're gonna go back to the magic wand tool, and we're going to click out here. I see. Okay, make sure you have the layer selected, the right layer selected, otherwise you're gonna screw yourself over. All right, so after we have the right layer selected, it should look like this. And then once you do that, delete, and then you see the hotbar is still there. You guys can put a hotbar if you want. Like, the hotbar has been starting to stick to me. All right, so deselect it and then drag over the hotbar with the rectangular selection tool, I believe it's called, rectangular marquee tool, and hit delete, and it should be gone. Be gone! Once you do that, we're gonna click outside the thumbnail to deselect it. We're gonna go back to the move tool, and now we can move it however we want. So now once more, Control T so that we can resize it. Hold shift to maintain the aspect ratio, and we're just gonna drag it to however large we want it. We want it to be very large so that only the armor is showing. By the way, in order to zoom in and zoom out, a shortcut is to just hold Alt and use your scroll wheel. So simple. So keep that in mind. Alright, so we're gonna go back to holding Shift. Just keep on dragging it. Just zoom out a little bit more. Feel free to zoom out. It gets too large. Now it looks a lot pixelated. So once we hit enter, the pixelation should go away. So let's just go. We got that nice stack of diamond blocks showing there, but that's okay. That's totally fine. All right, there we go. So that as we hit enter, the picture stop being pixelated. Do not get scared if it gets pixelated when you transform the image by hitting Control T. That's what it usually does. I don't know why. I guess just like so that it doesn't, you know, kill your RAM. So after we do that, we're going to give our nice character here a stroke. So we're gonna go back to this layer, and we're gonna double click it. Now you're gonna go down, see stroke. Just click that box and a check mark should appear. And then we're gonna click the actual thing so it takes us to the settings. And we're just gonna make this 10, 13, 14, whatever you like. I'm just gonna put it on 15. Once you do that, hit OK and make sure it's set to pure white, not light gray or anything, just white. After we do that, we're gonna hit OK. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to get out our arrows. So go back to File, Place Embedded. He uses this special kind of arrow, and I'm gonna pull it up right now. It's this. I don't know the specific name. Just type in arrow on Google. It doesn't have to be the exact one. So we're gonna make this. Sometimes he makes them blue, but we're just gonna make it red with a white stroke. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it right now. So after we have it here, I'm gonna go outside. You're gonna see this curved double arrow. I'm just gonna change the angle that it's facing, or the rotation. Rotation is a better term. And now we're gonna hold Shift and drag it up, make it large. Oh, we gotta put this in front of this layer. Alright, so let me just do that right now. Just drag it on top. Okay, there we go. It should be good. And it doesn't need to be anything fancy. Hold on, let me see. Just make it a little smaller. Dragging it inward. And you can put it at the boots. You guys get the idea. And once you're done, just hit enter. Now after we do that, we're gonna double click the arrow. And we're gonna go to color overlay. Click that and it should make it entirely red. So if it's not red, just drag it all the way to the top right and drag this slider all the way down. Hit OK. Boom. Now we're just gonna go up to the stroke again, and we're gonna give it wrong stroke. Don't worry about that. We're gonna give it the white stroke, and that's how you give it the white stroke. So just set it down. So just change the color overlay and give it a new stroke so that this stroke is white. It's very simple, and that's my method of doing it. So we're gonna make this 10. 10 looks good. You can set it to 12 or something. After we're done with that, just hit OK. You should be fine. Let's just move it a little. Let's move it that way so that, you know, this stroke isn't interfering with that stroke. But once again, if you guys are fine with that, then that's okay. All right, so we're gonna zoom in a little, and now we're gonna get into the fun stuff. All right, so I haven't done this in a while, but we're going to put a starburst in the back behind this guy right here. So let me see if I can find it. So go back to File, Place Embedded, and we're gonna see if I can find the starburst. All right, starburst has been acquired. If you guys want to find a starburst online, the best advice I can say is just type in vector starburst. I remember that's how I found this. So we're just gonna drag it to one corner, hold Shift and drag it all the way until it fills up the desired area. Oh man, that looks good. And you don't need to add any effects to make it transparent or anything. Man, it's been a while since I've used one of these babies. Oh man, it looks just It's just so good. What I might do is like move it to the left because it doesn't look very centered, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. And one of the last few things we're gonna do is actually put the text. What is the thumbnail without text? So make sure you got the top layer selected. Click anywhere on the screen, it doesn't matter. And I am using VTC Garage Scale. Link to this download of the font will be in the description. And we're just gonna type OMG with an exclamation mark because he likes saying OMG in his thumbnails. And we're gonna make the size like 400 because it's really small, especially at 300. And hold on, just gonna make this spaced out a little. You guys don't have to worry about this. If this looks confusing, don't worry, it's not at all. It's just like, for me, it's I think we'll make it bold. Oh yeah, there we go. So guys, just open up this thing right here and just copy down everything you see here. All right, once we do that, we can hit the check mark, and yeah, that's it for the font. Now all we got to do is add a black stroke. So just double click OMG and then go to your stroke, go to the color, change it to black by dragging it to the bottom left or right corner, hit OK. His strokes for his text are pretty skinny, so we're gonna make this like 6. Yeah, 6 seems all right. Maybe 8 or 6, I don't know. I always like to make sure it's I can never decide on the stroke size for certain things. Like one feels right, the other feels right. One feels right, but the other one feels better. So sometimes I don't really know, but nonetheless, we're gonna hit OK. And yeah. Alright, so guys, we are almost done. Congratulations, pat yourselves on the back if you made it this far. Now there's one thing that I noticed, and you really need to look closely at Pete's thumbnails to notice this. He has this skinny green border around his thumbnail, and I'm probably gonna zoom into one of his thumbnails so you guys can see. So to do that, what we're gonna do is go all the way to the bottom of our tools, all the way to where it says the rectangle tool, or hit U on your keyboard for it to pop up. We're just gonna start dragging anywhere, and it doesn't matter if it's the right or wrong size. When you get it to whatever size, just release your mouse click. We're gonna make this stroke skinny. So the way how this works is that a white slash on the first one means that there's no fill, and a white slash here means that there's no stroke. So we have our stroke selected. You can see now because it's like that blank space in the center to symbolize a heavy stroke. So we're just gonna drag this all the way down. Probably gonna adjust it, I don't know, set it to like 7 or even 10. Yeah, 10 seems good. And now we're gonna change the color. It's gonna be difficult because, you know, we need to find just that right green of his. Right green. So I'm just gonna, like, legit, I had no idea until I was checking over his thumbnail during the recording, one of his thumbnails, you know, because I want to make sure I stay accurate. And then I just noticed it. All right, this looks like the closest we can get to the screen, but we'll just click this icon that has all the colors on it, and oh no, I messed up. Oh no. All right, hold on, let's try that again. So just go into this and just play around with the colors until you think it's right. If you guys notice that, if you guys noticed that green border in this thumbnails, let me know right now in the comments, because if I didn't look closely, I would have never noticed it. So when you think you find the right color, hit OK. And after that, we're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna go to the first tool, and we're gonna move this into any corner. Make sure that it's all lined up. And now we're gonna hit Control T. And without holding Shift this time, we're just gonna drag it until it snaps into place. After you do that, hit Enter. And there we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you make thumbnails like Pizza Hut. Now, if you guys want to see more thumbnail tutorials of how to make thumbnails like big YouTubers, you can show your support, your appreciation by dabbing on the like button, like literally dab on the like button. And if you want to know how to dab, I'm doing it right now as we speak. Take your mouse in your right hand, and as you dab, use your elbow to hit the like button. I might actually do a video on this, like a tutorial video on how to dab on the like button. Make sure you dab on it gently though. And also, most of all, make sure you do subscribe and share the video. Subscribe, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. We're legit so close, guys. And also, I've got a long list of YouTubers to do next. Keep on suggesting YouTubers, and I'll try to make time to record all of them. Maybe someday I'll get through the list, because you guys noticed in the beginning of the video, it was a very long list of YouTubers to go through. Oh my goodness, to the things that I do for this channel. But nevertheless, I enjoy doing these. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next thumbnail tutorial.